I started Broken Halo Boutique was one day I was just watching TV, some show about rich kids on the E! Network, and these two sisters were styling a swimsuit line, and all they were doing is just picking the jewelry, putting it on the models. And so I turned the TV off, called my cousin, and I was like, hey, we can do this. We can style jewelry on people. So we got together, brainstormed, we got a few pieces together. They obviously came from China and they sucked. So we kind of tinkered with them and made them our own. And we did a little pop-up and it just did amazing. So from there, we've been making our own jewelry and also now have wholesale a couple brands that people don't really hear of or know of down here. So we put them all together on an online form and you can just buy, and with our social media, you kind of learn about these new brands, and we also sell them in store now as well.
So the story behind the basement, to sum it up pretty quick, is a couple years back, had a clothing company that I had started with a partner of mine at the time. And basically we had noticed that there was no real support for local creatives in the city, and no real hub or retail space, I should say, that was supportive of not just Canadian brands, but like Vancouver, BC based brands. And not even just that, but small to medium-sized businesses. Brands and businesses that are local, that are people that are living and working in our communities, that are creating and designing really dope, cool, unique things, but just don't have, the capital to have exposure and be wholesaling to X amount of boutiques in the city or across Canada. So we found that there was a big niche here in Vancouver specifically for local, small to medium-sized businesses to showcase and be part of a collective. So that's how this kind of started. Yeah, this is the notion of where it came from, was just trying to find that support for meeting so many like-minded, passionate creatives that weren't able to, gain that momentum on their business or gain that exposure just, from doing events and stuff. It's great and it's awesome to do markets and pop-ups, but when you actually have your stuff, your goods, your brand full-time in a retail space where people are able to come back consistently, have ongoing clients, customers, it just really helps you grow as a business and understand your client base. So it all came from that concept of just feeling there was a lack of support that was needed, and that's where the basement was born. Community, integrity, and learning. Those are Truth Media's 3 core values, and I would say they resonate with me in the sense of how we like to, as the basement, be part of the community, be an integral part of the community actually, in trying to uplift and bring together through collaboration, creatives and products and businesses and just bring that awareness to really, really cool locals doing really amazing things, and then bringing that further awareness to people that live and also work in our community throughout BC, and then them coming into a space like the basement and being able to feel connected to their community through purchasing and supporting their local community. So I feel like that really resonates deeply. Definitely community is key, and I would say strongly it's one of our core values also. What do you think? Integrity. Well, integrity is honestly, it's not as easy as it sounds, because integrity is consistency, in my opinion, and committing to something. You commit to something and you're consistent. And first of all, committing to something and being consistent with that commitment is very, very difficult, especially when you're a small business or up-and-coming business that has like 1,000,001 things to do on your plate, and life kind of just takes hold sometimes. but it's definitely a key point in order to be successful and to have your own business and to be an entrepreneur. So that definitely resonates deeply with me as well. It's something that I push for within myself every day because it's not easy. Consistency is key, but it ain't easy, right? And then learning. I mean, if we're not learning and we're not growing and we're not expanding our knowledge and our borders, how are we gonna be better? And how are we gonna get up when we have, sorry, I'm just a fly harassing me. How are we gonna, get up every day and motivate ourselves to do something new or to learn something new and apply it to our businesses? Because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, you have to learn. You have no choice. And if you're not willing to learn, maybe you shouldn't be a business owner. But that's just, that's just being honest. And in order, personally, I believe that growth is all through learning and accepting challenges and bringing on change into your life. So, those are great core values, guys. Truth Media's the plug. And that's how I feel they resonate with me and my business, definitely.
So Truth Media's 3 core values are learning, integrity, and community. How that actually applies to my own business is learning. I'm kind of a small business, so I'm learning every day as I go on too. So I think it is important for trial and error. Like, you're gonna fail a million times, but you just gotta keep going, persevere, and one day it'll just come to you and things get easier as they go. Like, you just learn from your own mistakes and things. You talk to people, you learn about their mistakes, and you move forward, and you move forward together.
Exactly.
Community. So we don't have a huge following, but I feel like the name Broken Halo is out there. Recently, for communities, we've been doing shows like South Asian Fashion Week. Actually, how I met Heather was doing some BCIT fashion show. We've done SFG
Shout out
fashion
BCIT
week.
marketing.
Yeah, and I feel like it's really important to keep those connections and learn and grow from them, because that's kind of where you meet all these people and you network and make things happen. Like, now if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't be here.
We wouldn't be here. And now we're styling Van City Street next week on the 3rd, May 3rd, right?
And the last one, integrity. I think integrity and patience. I would say I at one point was working 3 jobs and kept this as a hobby, but you just got to keep going, keep hustling, keep working. If this is what you want, you got to aim for it, love it. It has to be everything. Everything. Yeah.
So what would you tell your younger self, Pam?
I would tell
a lot of things.
Yeah, a lot of things. Be who you want to be. Don't follow not so much trends, but things that are happening. Like, now I feel there's too much like Instagram influence on negative things. Like, you have to look a certain way. All the girls have the same hair, the same boobs, the same nose, the same
injections,
clothes, the same yeah.
Sorry.
I feel like be you, and you'll always be true to yourself, and you'll be true to others. Like, you don't need all that. You don't need that. Just be you. And trust yourself. Whatever you think is gonna work out in life or you feel negatively about, don't do it because other people are doing it. Do what you wanna do.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think,
exactly.
Being yourself.
Which is the hardest thing. Like, honestly, like, it sounds easy when we say it. We we got some years on some of you, right?
Definitely.
We've been there. It's easier said than done. But it really just comes down to, like, if something doesn't feel right, don't do it.
Exactly.
Like, just follow your
gut.
Your gut, exactly. Your spirit, that thing inside you that is you entirely, and it's unique and it's itself, and nothing else is like it. And follow that. And if that, if you're around friends in a strange situation, or so-called friends, we might think at the time, and you don't feel right about it, or if you're in a shitty relationship, And it might seem like it's great sometimes, but then it's really shitty other times, and you know,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It doesn't feel right. If something doesn't make you feel right about yourself and your self-confidence, something, you know, questions who you are as a human and in a bad way, and then you feel like you need to prove yourself in another way, and you don't feel right about any of that, don't do it. Just be real to who you are. And yeah, it's hard to say that when there's a lot of pressures from society, there's pressures from cultures, there's pressures from our parents and the older generations to go certain paths and down certain roads, you know, go to school, get your degree, become an engineer, become a doctor, become a professional, you know, because otherwise you don't matter. But that's not true, right? That was more applicable like 20 plus years ago when you could get out of school and get a job like this, and that's all you could really do, because there's really not a lot of creative options, and there really wasn't as big of an entrepreneurial spirit as there is now. Thankfully, thanks to globalism, you know, globalization, I should say. I think I said that wrong. Globalization, you know, through the internet and through social media, right? And just the fact that we can put something out there. I could put this shirt on freaking Instagram today and say $10, DM me, and that's like a business, you know, even though it's true, right? But there's so many more opportunities to just be more of who you are, and not to say exploit that, but just to put yourself out there in different ways and just run with it, right?
Be motivated.
Be motivated. Just don't get let down when someone that you maybe thought was an influential figure in your life tells you, no, you shouldn't do that. You would suck at this. Well, even if you would, you won't know until you try.
Exactly.
Right? And people that really care about you, they will not talk to you like that. They will not put you down, but
they'll lift you up.
Exactly. But most people, even the people you think that are closest to you, they have their preconceived notions and their judgments, and they like to, you know, jab you with them every now and again. But you just gotta stick to your lane, right? And then just find like-minded individuals. Honestly, if I wasn't able to like find and like meet and network and become friends and, you know, just build that community with like-minded other entrepreneurs and businesses, I would not be where I am. I wouldn't. And I can't say it's all me, because it's not all me. You know, yes, I took the initiative. Yes, she took the initiative. You know, we've both taken initiatives in our own business and with ourselves. But, you know, if we didn't have each other and that drive and the community that we've established together individually, bringing, you know what I mean? Like, if we didn't have that support from people that were really about that life, you know, then it wouldn't be the same. So don't always think that the people you're with now in your life are the people you're gonna be with. Because, you know, high school friends are cool, and they do last sometimes, but...
High school boyfriends are cool, but they don't last.
They don't last sometimes. But, you know, like, we grow and we transition as human beings, and we need to allow ourselves to outgrow ourselves. And in order to do that, you're gonna outgrow some people too. And that's just real, right? That's real. So just be you, man. Be you, stay in your lane. Be you. Be you, boo-boo. Do your thing. Don't do drugs. I had to say that. I just had to. I had to put it there. At too young of an age, okay? Like, let your brain develop first, kids. Because it does affect you when you get to our age, I'll tell ya. And just, yeah, man, just, if something feels wrong, don't do it. Just, I know it sounds cheesy, like follow your heart, follow your dreams, but
it's true.
It's the realest thing. It really is. And
there's not much more to it.
There's not much more to it, yeah. And be around like-minded, passionate individuals that are just like yourself, because those are the people that are gonna propel you, not the ones that are sitting low-key hating and, like, you know, making their snarky comments every now and again, right?
Just be Kanye.
Don't be Kanye!